How much more could I accomplish if I took a little time every day to improve? Has that question ever appeared in your mind? Despite its apparent simplicity, this question has a significant impact on our lives. Becoming the best version of ourselves is at the heart of self-improvement, and it's something we can all work toward. Let's now examine the idea of self-improvement in more detail. It's a journey that encompasses all facets of our existence, including the mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical, rather than just learning new things or gaining information or abilities. These dimensions are like threads. When combined, they create the intricate fabric that is our life. Let's begin with the tangible. Here, we refine our bodies to make sure they are robust, healthy, and capable. It all comes down to eating well, working out frequently, and getting adequate sleep. It's about treating our bodies with the dignity that befits temples. The cerebral dimension comes next. This entails developing our intellect, improving our abilities, and increasing our information. It aims to sharpen our intellects, pique our curiosity, and cultivate a passion for learning that lasts a lifetime. And last, the emotional domain. It all comes down to controlling our emotions, developing resilience, and being aware of how we feel. It's about developing compassion and empathy for others as well as for ourselves. The spiritual dimension is the last one we explore. Though it can be for some, this isn't always about religion or believing in a greater force. Instead, it's about looking for our lives' meaning and purpose. It's about fostering our inner serenity and making a connection with something bigger than ourselves. The allure of self-improvement is its capacity to revolutionize our lives on the personal and professional fronts. It can make us more successful, content, and aware of both the outside world and ourselves. The trip is never fully completed since there is always opportunity for improvement, growth, and learning. Always keep in mind that every little step you take to better yourself is a step toward a brighter future. How often do you wish you had more energy or better health? Many of us ask ourselves this question, and answering it opens the door to the world of physical self-improvement. Not all physical self-improvement is about appearance, though it is often a nice bonus. It's about living life to the fullest, feeling happy, and possessing vitality and energy. It's all about longevity and maximizing your chances of living a long, healthy life. So where should we begin? 3 things are the cornerstones of physical self-improvement: consistent exercise, a healthy diet, and enough sleep. Let's examine each one in more detail. Frequent exercise is more than just going to the gym or running a marathon, although if such things are your thing, by all means do them. It's all about figuring out a movement style that works for you and your schedule. It might be a yoga class, a dance lesson, or a fast stroll in the park. The secret is to be consistent and include it into your everyday schedule. A balanced diet comes next. There is much validity to the adage, "You are what you eat." Our bodies can be strengthened or weakened by the food we eat. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean meats are abundant in a balanced diet. Moderation is key. Deprivation is not the answer. Eating a rainbow or a range of meals that supply the nutrients our bodies require to operate at their best is the key. Getting enough sleep is the third pillar. Sleep may seem like a luxury in this fast-paced world, but it's actually a need. Restorative sleep enables our bodies to regenerate and heal. It strengthens our mood, strengthens our immune system, and sharpens our cognitive abilities. These 3 physical self-improvement pillars are interconnected. They are related to one another, strengthening and impacting one another. We are in equilibrium when both of them are. We feel happier, healthier, and more energized than before. Your body is your temple. Take care of it with reverence. Do you think a strong life follows from a strong mind? This is a reality that has great resonance in the field of self-improvement. It is not merely a philosophical subject. The foundation of personal development is mental toughness and adaptability. Even when the cards are stacked against us, these unseen forces keep us moving forward. Similar to muscles, our minds can be developed and trained. The appropriate exercises, dedication, and consistency are crucial. So, you might wonder, how can we develop a powerful mind? Well, there are a few tried and true techniques that can support us in this undertaking. Firstly, meditation. For generations, people have praised this age-old technique for its capacity to promote reflection and mental calmness. It's similar to going to the gym, except we're lifting our mental loads there, rather than lifting weights. We can learn to manage our ideas instead of allowing them to rule us by practicing meditation. Next, learning new skills. This is the pinnacle of mental strength training. Learning anything new, be it a new language, an instrument, or even a coding course, keeps our minds flexible and nimble. it maintains us mentally adroit and fortifies our cognitive capacities. Never forget that a mind in learning is a mind in growth. An additional effective strategy for strengthening the mind is reading. It presents us with fresh concepts, viewpoints, and worlds. It piques our interest and awakens our imagination. Reading provides knowledge to our minds rather than only allowing us to devour text on a page. And lastly, stay curious. The fuel that drives the engine of mental progress is curiosity. It keeps us interested, observant, and receptive to new things. The torch of lifelong learning is kindled by it. Thus, never stop investigating, never stop asking questions, and never lose your sense of wonder. Recall that mental toughness is the capacity to surmount challenges rather than the absence of them. It's about having the guts to take on challenges head-on, perseverance, and resilience. Now let's get to work fortifying our minds. As common knowledge dictates, a strong mind is not born, it's built brick by brick. How frequently do you assess your emotional state? This is a question that sounds straightforward, yet it has a lot of implications. Emotional intelligence is a crucial component of self-improvement that is frequently disregarded. It's the capacity to recognize, make use of, and regulate our own feelings in order to reduce stress, communicate clearly, sympathize with others, overcome obstacles, and diffuse tension. Understanding our emotions is the first step toward enhancing our mental well-being. It's about realizing that each and every emotion we experience is real. Emotions such as happiness, anger, sadness, and fear are not only fleeting clouds in our mental sky, rather they are signs of our current situation and direction. Understanding the reasons behind our feelings and potential responses can be aided by taking the time to recognize and label our emotions. Another essential component of emotional well-being is expressing our feelings. Feelings of bitterness, tension, and anxiety can result from suppressing one's emotions. It's critical to find constructive ways to release these feelings, whether that means journaling, speaking with a close friend, or working on creative projects. Recall that it's acceptable to express your emotions. Empathy is king when it comes to emotional intelligence. It's the capacity to comprehend and experience another person's emotions. It's about putting yourself in another person's position and viewing the world from their viewpoint. Not only does empathy facilitate the development of solid, meaningful connections, but it also enables us to extend our own horizons and advance as people. And lastly, preserving wholesome bonds with others is evidence of our emotional intelligence. It all comes down to utilizing our understanding of our own and other people's emotions to effectively manage encounters. It's about creating connections based on mutual respect, understanding, and development. Understanding your feelings allows you to comprehend who you are. Thus, make the time to be aware of your feelings, comprehend and communicate them, develop empathy for others, and cultivate positive relationships. Since being better is the goal of emotional self-improvement rather than merely feeling better. Have you ever felt a yearning for something beyond the material world? We're delving into the field of spiritual self-improvement, which is often overlooked but has a huge impact on our general well-being. Spiritual self-improvement is unrelated to religion, or the absence of it. It all comes down to wanting to know more about who we are, where we fit in the cosmos, and how we relate to the world. It has to do with developing a feeling of wholeness, purpose, and tranquility. Mindfulness is one way to improve spiritual wellness. Being completely present, involved, and judgment-free, while being aware of our thoughts and feelings is the practice of mindfulness. It enables us to discover joy in the little things and recognize the beauty in the everyday. Another effective tool is meditation. It trains your mind to focus and reroute its ideas, much like an exercise regimen. It can result in a calmer, more self-aware, and more profound understanding of life. It is possible to have a spiritual experience when in nature. We can be reminded of our connection to something greater by the majesty of a mountain range, the serene tranquility of a forest, or the size of the ocean. It can provide us perspective and a sense of grounding. Gratitude practice is another easy yet effective method to enhance spiritual well-being. Thanking people on a regular basis for their blessings can help us change our perspective from what we lack to what we have. It promotes optimism and a more profound gratitude for all of life's benefits. These techniques, mindfulness, meditation, going outside, and cultivating gratitude, all provide special avenues for fostering relationships with both our inner selves and the outside world. They can help us on our path to spiritual self-improvement and enable us to lead more purposeful, happy lives. When you connect with your spirit, you connect with the universe. Furthermore, that link has the potential to be a very strong motivator for self-improvement, encouraging perseverance, inner serenity, and a deep sense of fulfillment. So why not give your spiritual side a little exploration today? You may find a universe of opportunities waiting to be explored. Are you prepared to set off on this thrilling path of personal development? This voyage is about the transformation that takes place en route, not just about arriving at a destination. It's about taking small steps toward being the best version of yourself. Let's pause to review the significance and advantages of improving oneself on all levels: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. The foundations of self-improvement are not discrete elements. Rather, they are interdependent and mutually influencing. Achieving physical well-being goes beyond maintaining a good diet and exercise regimen. It's about appreciating your body, being aware of its requirements, and taking care of it. Making decisions now that you will be happy you did is the key. Conversely, mental self-improvement entails pushing your boundaries, broadening your perspectives, and never stopping your quest for knowledge. It all comes down to adopting a development mentality in which obstacles are viewed as chances for improvement and failure is simply one more step on the road to achievement. The goal of emotional self-improvement is to recognize your feelings and not to repress them. It's about developing healthy relationships, exercising patience, and learning how to handle stress. It's about developing an attitude of thankfulness and discovering happiness in the small things. Ultimately, achieving spiritual self-improvement involves discovering your passion, your purpose, and your calm. It's about making a connection with something bigger than oneself, be it art, nature, or a higher force. It's about achieving balance both inside and outside of oneself. When combined, these components offer a comprehensive strategy for personal development. It's a path that calls for perseverance, commitment, and above all, the courage to push yourself outside your comfort zone. So the current query is, are you prepared to commit to that? Are you prepared to meet the obstacles head-on, enjoy the successes, draw lessons from your mistakes, and advance with each step? Recall that you don't need to finish everything all at once. Over time, little steady adjustments might become big ones. Developing oneself is a path towards becoming a better version of yourself. Are you prepared to make the initial move?